It's food o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we have some Iceland noodles to show you. I reviewed they were like a beef noodle just the other day. They were okay. The beef wasn't the greatest of quality, but the noodles were good. But we're back. We're back with some salt and pepper chicken noodles. 2-star chili rating on these. They go in the oven for 40 minutes on gas mark 6. Now this is more my style of noodle. Salt and pepper chicken. Maybe they're battered. Cooked chicken 26%. Then loads of Durham wheat semolina noodles in there. Cost me £3. No, it's not battered, you can see. It's not battered. And can I give you some advice? Can I give you some advice on it? Can you see the chicken's not in the juice? The moment, if you microwave it, the moment the liquid or the soupy noodles melt, get that chicken in the moisture. Moisten that chicken up. Bury it in the noodles. Because what will happen, the microwave will just make that chicken really rubbery and really like, same as the oven a little bit. The oven will dry out the chicken. So the moment it melts, the moment it defrosts in the oven, bury that chicken in the noodles. That's my advice. I never used to eat these ready meals until I started reviewing them. And now I seem to kind of like, I've got the knack of how to do it. Gas mark 6, 40 minutes. Preheat the oven, middle of the oven, remove outer packaging and pierce film lid several times. There we go. So 30 minutes, take it out, give it a stir and then leave it in for another 10 minutes. My suggestion would be the moment, as I mentioned, the moment it's defrosted, so don't wait 30 minutes. The moment it's defrosted, get it underneath that liquid. Right, I'll be back when it's cooked. Right, okay, here is the dish. Steaming away. It smells fantastic. If it's one thing that these supermarkets can get right, even if the beef can be a bit gristly, they basically nailed chicken now, haven't they? They've got over that kind of like difficult how to make chicken work as a processed product. Does that sound, in terms of health wise, is that going to be great for me? Probably not. But does it smell good? It smells fantastic. So, salt and pepper. I don't know about you, but salt and pepper has creeped into the Chinese takeaway vocabulary quite a lot. I went last year to my usual Chinese takeaway and the lady said to me behind the counter, who I've known for years, would you like to try some new chips? I was like, yeah, okay, give me a few. And she served me a couple of these salt and pepper chips. Now, I haven't ordered any of these salt and pepper chips because what I picked up, yes, salt is tasty, but what I found was the salt was off the scale. It was like, wow, should I be eating that much salt in my diet? Which brings me to this. It smells fantastic. Look at these lovely semolina noodles, look. It looks great. There's lots of kind of red pepper, green pepper, it's fallen off the fork, great big lumps of chicken, £3 for the dish on its own. I thought, that's not bad, pretty reasonable. Yeah, they've got this chicken nailed, haven't they? I think the last time I ate some dodgy, springy chicken in a ready meal was about 4 years ago from, ironically, Sainsbury's. Yeah, Iceland, they seem to have kind of nailed this. How to make a chicken product work. It's massively processed, no doubt, but they've managed to nail this. Here are the noodles. So, do I want this to be overly salty? No. Thankfully, it's not overly salty. Although, what are the traffic lights telling me? Not that I really look at traffic lights. Does it even have? Oh, I thought it was the law. I thought in the UK it was the law now to put the traffic light system on food. Iceland have obviously thought, no, let's not bother. Yeah, there's no traffic light system on there at all. That's like your salt intake, your saturated fat, your fats. It's like a really posh, and I mean this with the greatest of respects, because they've used semolina noodles and they've not used the cheap carton noodles. But you know what? They try their best, don't they? Let me grab one. They try their best, don't they? These noodle companies, to put noodles in a cup, and they try to make these really good. But what you find is with the noodles in the cups that the chicken's never there, or the noodles are never quite there. What you get from a slightly more expensive dish, as in this Iceland dish, is that because it's frozen, they can offer you great big lumps of chicken and actual big lumps of green pepper. And you'll probably be paying over £1 for something like this anyway. Whereas something like this will cost you £3. And you get great big lumps of chicken. There's elements of spice here. It's peppery. So it's salt and pepper chicken. It's going to be peppery, isn't it? But it's not overly spicy. It's not overly done. The noodles are quite sticky. The chicken is pretty tasty. There's enough going on here for me to say, do you know what? On the very rare occasion, I might buy this again. If I was at a loose end, like my wife likes to take my two girls to gigs these days, to music gigs, and I tend not to bother. If I'm at a loose end, if they've gone to a music gig, I could very well see myself nipping down to Iceland and picking something like this up for £3, because it's cheap and it's pretty tasty. So I'm going to rate it. The chicken is surprisingly good in this dish. I think the worst case scenario for this dish, and any frozen dish, is that the chicken's terrible. I try not to ever microwave my food. I always, if there's an option to put it in the oven, I will put it in the oven, because I just find the chicken benefits from it. And I did that very thing that I was talking about earlier on. I buried the chicken in the sauce, which has helped. That's nice. That's a nice dish. It really is, for the money, for the £3. I'm going to say 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.